horse here named Annabelle. Annabelle is also a little Western horse, I believe. And let's talk about her conformation a little bit and what we're going to do as far as evaluating what we see here. We watched her walk in. Annabelle's got a little bit of an issue. It's a little bit of a vet issue. She has a abscess in the right front foot. It's busted out the coronary. It's already been evaluated by the veterinarian, and the vet has diagnosed it and recommended that we put a shoe on it to protect the area where the sand pocket or rock or stone went through. But let's talk about her conformation. Let's look at her from the front, the shoulder. We're going to bisect that foot, and we're going to draw a line from the shoulder down through the knee, through the cannon bone, through the pastern, and then bisect the foot. That's what we're looking at. Where is this knee in relationship to the shoulder? She's pretty fair conformation on this leg, bisecting the foot that way. All right, we're going to look at this limb from the side. This would be the humerus. This is the knee. This is the cannon bone. This is her ankle. This is the pastern. So we're going to draw a line down about 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 inch behind that cannon bone, this being the cannon bone. We're going to drop that line down and see where her heel is in relationship to this mark here. It's back behind the front of the cannon bone, about 1/2 inch. So we can see their heels are run forward. She's flared quite a bit. Other than that, the limb is balanced pretty good. She could use some help with some heel support. We're going to bisect this cannon bone again, being the cannon bone, right down through the center and to the center of the foot. We're evaluating distances left and right on that plumb line. I'm going to pick the foot up, have a quick look. It's untrimmed yet. We're going to look at this foot. We're going to bisect that foot through the center of the frog, exit the center of the toe. We're looking at how much foot is on each side of this center line and how far forward these heels are in relationship to the highest, widest part of the frog, which is there. So we need to bring these heels back. This one about 3/8 and this one over 1/2 inch to get that back to the highest, widest point of the frog. All right, let's look at the right front limb on this little horse. And what we're seeing is, if we line this up with the center of the knee, this being the knee, this is the cannon bone. Look where the cannon bone is in relationship to the center of the knee. This cannon bone is laterally, it's outside of that knee. So we call that a bench knee, and it can sometimes be an issue, but it's things that we need to take into consideration when we're going to trim and balance this foot. These horses will sometimes be a bit pigeon-toed or hit laterally high on this foot when you watch them walk. This is the limb of Annabelle that has the abscess in this lateral toe area that's already busted out at the coronary band. And we're going to try to get a shoe on here to protect that crack that's on the bottom to keep more debris from running up that white line. All right, we're going to step to the side. Again, we're going to draw this line down through the knee about 1/2 inch behind the front of the cannon bone. And we're going to look at where the heel support is here and where it needs to come back. This is a bit of a higher foot, so the heel is in better shape. It's not as underrun as the left front, which is normal for that conformation. Again, all things that we need to take into consideration. I don't know if she's going to be... This also rotates here, so I'll mention that. So looking at this limb from the back, drawing our line down through the center, it's a bit harder to evaluate because of the bench knee, this cannon bone is twisted this direction. So to draw our line down through the center is a little bit more difficult. Again, you can see there's more cannon bone to the lateral side than the medial side. Okay, we're going to pick the foot up. Look at this foot from the bottom. When I'm picking this up, I'm also noticing this twist, a little twist in this cannon bone. But the foot is fairly good. It does have more heel than the other foot. It's not as underrun, it's more upright. Bisecting it, we've got more of a flare here that's showing. We got a bit of a, I think this may be where the vet dug on it a little hole here. But this is pretty good shape. Okay, using our Foot Pro rule, we're going to come back here, we're going to look at this. We've got about 2.5 in here and about 2.5 out there. So, and a lot more heel on this foot. This heel doesn't have to come back that much. Maybe 1/4 inch here and maybe 3/8, 1/4 to 3/8 there. Highest, widest point of the frog. But we'll have to also dress this before we make that final diagnosis.